The following review is going to be on the Transformers Legacy Deluxe Class Skullgrin. Stay tuned. Rodimusbill here with another Transformers Legacy review. This time it is the Deluxe Class Skullgrin. Probably, I think, Wave 2, if I'm not mistaken. First, take a look at the box. There is Skullgrin in his Cybertronian tank mode. Deluxe Class Skullgrin, Transformers Generations. There is Skullgrin in his robot mode. There is the Legacy artwork, Transformers Legacy. There is the UPC. And we have Skullgrin, robot to Cybertronian tank in 20 steps. And since we're here, we've got the QRC code, so we're going to scan the QRC code on camera. And there it goes. And we are going to open. And it is going to be Transformers Skullgrin. There is a GIF, I guess that you say, of Skullgrin. And it is Skullgrin Decepticon, Alt Mode Cybertronian Tank, Function Siege Warrior, Special Unit Pretender, and Origin Universe G1. Signature weapon, bladed blasters, double as blasters for ranged laser explosions and swords for precision strikes. The bio, Skullgrin is a destructive menace on the battlefield. He won't stop his attack until everything is completely destroyed. Strength 9, intelligence a 9, that surprises me. Speeds of 4 and firepower in 8. And there is bludgeon. Alright, now let's get this guy opened and see how cool he really is. And one thing about these new figures is even though they are opened, the figure sits like this. And all the weapons are usually now rolled up in paper in the very back and taped together. I'll show you a picture at the end of the review if you want to see it. And here is our Skullgrin figure. And he comes with these two blasters. Here, we'll take this off and show you everything he comes with. Okay, these are blasters with the 5mm ports right there. So, and they are pretty cool. It's white and like gunmetal gray. And you've got a port here and a port there. And these are exactly the same mold, back and front. And I wonder if you could, nope, and you can't put them together. And then you have these two cannons right here. They substitute as the trank turret, so they're about the exact same thing. Actually, no, one's curved one way and one's curved the other way, and they're 5mm pegs. And you have this little connector piece, which is also his tail. Now, not only do these connect in here like this, but you can take these swords and use the inside peg, and you could peg this like that. And if you want to push this here, you can have these swords on the back. And he's got 5mm slots here. This is all in the instruction booklet, which we'll see in a minute. There, you can do Skullgrin like that. Or you can take everything apart. And you can put the swords here. And then you build the tank turret again. Like this. Let's see. It's got the tail like that. And a 5mm peg here. And you can have them on the arms. He can hold them as guns. Or he can hold them as swords. So a lot of options when you look at the instruction booklet, Skullgrin. See, on the instruction booklet, he's got the tank turrets on his arms and the blades on his back. But normally, it's the other way around. The tank turrets on the back and the blades on the front. So I'm not sure why the front's different. And then if you want to look at the instruction booklet, again, it tells you put the tank treads on the back, swords in his hand, like that. And then they've got little steps, 1 through 3, where, like I said, like we just did, we can take the guns out and put the swords on the gun tank turrets on the arms, swords in the back. Swords on the arm, guns in the hand, and then either way, and here's the instruction booklet, just like that. And here's how you do everything in robot mode. And the only thing we didn't do is put the guns in his hand like that. So a lot of different things you can do with the guns. So it's pretty neat for a deluxe figure. They have that many options. But he is a small size deluxe. Now for articulation, let's look at the head. The horns are on little joints, so you can move the horns from here to here. Just that much. And these in the back are all together, so you can fold them down and fold them up. And the head goes up that much, mostly for transformation. But it could also do 360, and you pretty much look up and down. Arm goes 360. Doesn't quite go out all the way. He's got upper bicep swivel. They usually either twist at the elbow or the upper bicep. This guy twists at the upper bicep, and the hands don't twist. You got the full 360 in the waist. Again, the other hand, same way. Here you got his little tail, which, I mean, what does really need a tail in robot mode? But, and then as we go down, the feet, more than 90 front, almost 90 back. And I like how this piece right here folds in. So the front of the crotch plate stays and just that moves, and you can do the split. Again, upper thigh and 90 degrees at the knee. And the feet, no rock, are they on rock? Yeah, they rock back and forth like that. And they move up and down just a little. All right. And that is Skullgrin. Now we're going to look up close and personal with him. First, we'll take a look at that head sculpt. Pretty cool. Very white. You got the pink eyes. You got the real detailed mouth. You got the heart shape for a nose. You got the little horns back here. I hope this face don't yellow. I really don't. If you lift this up, you see some gray, a little tiny Decepticon symbol. You got that purple and the gray. Again, you got a cool little skull for a belt. I like the little spikes here. So his crotch place, his waist place is pretty cool. Then you got purple on the thighs, and you got gray down here. I love the spikes again. On his arms, he's got another spike right there. And I like how you could fold it in. You got the white, purple, and the gray. So, and he's not really hollow. There's just the back of the arms where the hands fold in. But other than that, he's a pretty solid figure. He's not hollow at all. You go down here, I think you see the tank treads on the back of the legs. Even sideways, they're not hollow. So all in all, I do like him. He's a very, very good figure for a deluxe, that is. Okay, now we're going to do some robot-to-robot comparisons. Now, let's talk about Pretenders. They are bringing back the Pretenders, but in two different size classes. This is Iguanus, which is a core class. And then you have Skullgrin, which is a deluxe class. Now, they're also coming out with Bomb Burst as a core class. And I wonder if any other Pretender shells are going to be deluxe class. Now, Pretender shells used to be the Decepticons were beasts, where you take apart the beast, and there was a robot inside that transforms. And the outer Pretender was the shell. And the Autobots had big humans, and the Decepticons had beasts. So here is Iguanus compared to Skullgrin. Next, we're going to bring out... Now, they tried bringing back them once before. This is in the Power of the Primes series, where what they did was they brought back... This is Skullgrin, and then you open them up, and that was supposed to be another one of the primes. But the Pretender shells were the same effect. So this is Skullgrin. And that, see, basic, you can see the differences. The purple, the face, the white. So And then the other ones, we're going to bring in Octopunch, Bomb Burst, which is also a core class figure. And then this is Submarauder, and we got Bludgeon. So these are all our pretenders for right now. There we go. And we'll bring in Iguanas, and these were the Autobot. This is Landmine and Cloud Raker, or Cloud Burst, so that is how the Autobot pretenders were. So I know we got a new Bomb Burst core class coming out, and so I hope we get some more deluxe figures, because I really do like the pretenders, even though, as we see later on, his tank mode ain't exactly G1-ish, but it's still pretty good. Now, for some other quick comparisons, we're going to bring in Siege Megatron. So to show you the size difference, you got a Voyager and a Deluxe. There's Megs. Now we're going to bring in Point Blank and Peacemaker. This is Wave 3 Deluxe, and he's a very tall Deluxe with an old Target Master. Here is Dead End, our Stunticon. So you can see he's a little smaller, just by a hair, than Skullgrin. Alita 1. Head-wise are about the same, but she towers above with the pieces to her car. And then we're going to bring in Tarantulas, and he's a smaller deluxe figure. So that is Skullgrin, how he compares to other figures and other pretenders of the line. Okay, now we're going to transform him. Okay, first you want to remove all the weapons. Now you can keep this on, but I'm going to take it off. It's just easier. And you put all those to the side. Now, first thing you want to do is just fold the hands in like this. And then what we want to do is flip the head up. And then you come in here and pull this down. Now you're going to take this whole piece and you're going to rotate up. And let's just fold in the horns. And we're going to fold these down. Now we could take this whole piece, put the head in here. So that's why the horns got to be folded up. Come on. There you go. Like that. Now turn it around. You'll notice it's on a little slider, which is pretty cool. So we take this part and we just slide it up like that. And now we're going to rotate the hands. So you can have this peg go into this hole right here. So you want to twist this around. And that folds in like that. Again, we're going to rotate this. And this is going to rotate so it's facing out. And if you want, you can put these together now. And then we'll pop that in. So now you're done with the front of the vehicle. And this you can just close back up. And he hides his head pretty good. Okay, now the feet. What you want to do is rotate this around. Now we're going to rotate the legs. Whoops. We're going to rotate the waist down like that. Actually, you know what? I don't think you rotate the legs at all. Let's not rotate the waist. So you pull this down like that and then kick the legs out like that. So down at the waist, and then you take these and you fold them up like that. So now, what you want to do is pull these out like this. You just pull them out for right now. And these, what you want to do is you got a peg there. You want to get in this hole here. So you want to move these up. I'm going to move this out of the way. There you go. This is on a double hinge right there. And you want to just put that like that. So that side's done. And this side, you just want to do that again. And move these all the way up. And they do come together. There you go. And then this snaps in. This snaps in. So now we're looking like that. So now these, what you want to do is straighten these out. You rotate them. Now what's going to happen is you got a peg and a peg. And they're going to go in here and here. So pull this up. We're going to put this peg in first, like that. And this peg is going to slide in like that. And then this has this area right here goes right over here, like that. Plug this in, plug that in. Okay, now do the same for the other one. Twist. You got that tab and this over here. So you're gonna do that. That's in, that's in. And then take the feet, move the feet in. Oh, why isn't this working? All right. And then make sure everything's good to go. Everything's good. Everything's locked in, locked in, locked in. So now you have this right here. Tank turret's only in the back. I know they look kind of weird. So take the tank turret. 5mm slot goes in here. Actually, let's move these so the angle is facing down. Now you got the angle facing down. And these, what you want to do is you have a tab here and you have a cutout here. So 5mm slot goes in here and that goes in here. And I didn't mention these before. These are rubber. See how they bend? They're just rubber. So you put this in the front hole, that rests in there, and now you have Skullgrin's tank mode. And you have no wheels at all, so it just sits like that and moves back and forth. And then you can move this up, you can move this up, this goes here, and there you have the tank mode. And it's an okay tank mode. I mean, it's not the greatest. What I'll do is at the end of this video, after the credits, whatever, I'll put a picture of his G1 tank mode so you can see what it looks like. But for me, it's, you know, I understand they try to make it look similar, but tank treads on the front, not on the back and not the front, makes them look pretty weird. And let's see, you got, okay, from top mode, you got the tank treads. It doesn't look that bad from the top. Side is pretty weird. Back, not too bad. Bottom, you really can't tell except for the face. And let's see, these can move just up and down that much. And the tail, if you want him to have a tail, you just fold the tail in. And that is his tank mode. Which ain't a bad tank mode. I mean, they were going for the robot mode and the tank mode to look kind of like he did in G1, but not really. And there he is. All right, now let's do some vehicle comparisons. Okay, now our first comparison, we're going to bring out Megatron. He's also a tank, a Cybertronian tank. So you got a Voyager Cybertronian tank, and you got now a Deluxe Cybertronian tank. And then we're going to bring out Point Blank, and Peacemaker. Both Deluxes, and there they are. Again, a Pretender and a Target Master. So Hasbro's dipping into the old Transformer lore. And we're going to bring in Dead End, our Stunticon. So how those guys compare. We're going to bring in Elita 1, where they're a fake cat. And if you want to see all these, I've got reviews for everything you've seen here. And here's Tarantulas. So that is it for the vehicle-to-vehicle comparisons. Now, one thing about my channel, I like to start as they are packaged. This guy was packaged in robot mode, so I did robot mode first, and then I did tank mode. Most reviewers will always go from the alternate mode to the robot mode, and not back, which is a disservice, because a lot of times one mode is always harder than the other one. So I try to show you both, and I always start with how it's packaged. Alright, now I get this guy back into robot mode. Let's first do this. Actually, we're going to do one more comparison. We forgot the Iguanus. So you got Iguanus Motorcycle, very hard to stand up, versus the Deluxe Skullgrin. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to remove all the weapons. You could keep this on, but I'm going to take it off. Alright, let's give some more room. Now, first we're going to have to unpeg the legs. So we're going to unpeg these. bring them down, rotate them out. Then what we're going to do is unpeg these and just rotate these down. Now normally these pegs went into that hole again. So now what you want to do is get this peg into this hole. Like that. Okay? Take the tips of the feet and bring them down. Now, this gets folding up like that, and these gets folded down. And let's see, pull the leg down. There, pull this down. And these never cooperate when you need them to. Let's separate the legs. There you go. So once we get the leg all the way down, this will pop in like that. And now he's straight. You got to get the legs as far as you can. Now, let's look at this over here. So you want it to be 90 degrees. So this pink, what you want to do is pull that down. And this, you want to get, whoops, and it just fell off. These are little friction hinges and they always pop off. So, fold this up, rotate that around, close that in, and they'll fit nice and set. This little block will fit into that hole, like that. And then now, is this leg done? Now, both legs are done. All right, a little tricky, because you got to get this leg exactly. See that pink? You got to keep it 90-degree angle. So, come around here and you want to pull this down. We're going to unpeg the arms from here, unpeg them together, flip these over, and push them down. Now we're going to take the head and push it up like this while we rotate everything around. And then we want to, and then I forgot to do the waist. Up, and the legs go down. Like that. Okay. See, it's a lot different when you transform it back. I forgot to do the weight and the arms. Do that, and then rotate. Like that. So do the arms, stick out the hand, and then you always want to rotate so the elbows will curl up. Let's change the camera again. There. And then you could flip back the horns, flip these horns up. So now he's done. You just got to make the hardest part in this guy is the legs. They only go down one way. They're very compact. And once they're right, they look nice. They're not hollow, but you just got to make sure they're the right way. And then you can take this with a little tail, 5mm port here, stick like that, and that is done. Now, one thing I forgot to do is show you these are blast compatible. So we'll stick that in there. We'll stick that in. These are little blast effects that came with the Prime Masters. Or you can use the big ones that came with like Omega Supreme and your Titans and Rodimus. And these, no, because you got the corner in. So these are blast compatible. Just want to show you that. Blast effect compatible. And we'll get this guy back. We'll put these on there. Put this back here. And you got to give him a tail. There, he's got to have his tail. And that is Skullgrin. Very similar to his Pretender Shell dude. And I'm glad, like I said, I'm glad they're bringing the Pretenders back. But I wish they would have been more consistent. Either bring them all back in Deluxe size, or bring them all back in Core class size, because you don't want half them to be Deluxe and other half Core class. So that is it for Skullgrin. Hope you like this video. Please give me a share, like, subscribe, turn on those notifications. That way you know when I put new videos out. The next video I believe we're doing is this guy. A little sneak preview of that guy next. And hopefully we'll get the Bomb Burst Core Class figure in soon. And that is it. So, this is Rodimusbill saying like, subscribe, turn on notifications. If there's a link to buy this guy in the link below from like Amazon or Big Bad Toy Store, feel free to do that. This ain't my normal job. I actually work in the CSI field, which one of these days I'm going to do a video on that. If you guys put me in the comment if you want to know what I do. And that's about it. So, Pretenders, transform and pretend. Rodimusbill out.
Transformers, for the beasts high, for the box which